Today we're going to talk about the 5 most powerful goddesses in Greek mythology. You may be thinking that the most powerful goddess is Aphrodite, but trust me, she is not number 1. Let's get started. Number 5, Demeter. Demeter is the goddess of the harvest and the fertility of the earth. She was also the one who taught mortals how to farm and take care of livestock. So basically, all food and agriculture in general is because of Demeter. The fact that Demeter was so powerful, even the other gods were afraid of messing with her. Once Zeus made the mistake of abusing her, and she got pregnant with Hades, the god of the underworld. And then for the next 6 months, she kept him hidden in her womb so she could avoid giving him up. And when she finally gave birth to him, she entrusted the great goddess Hestia to raise him. So even though he became the king of the underworld, he still had a really close relationship with his mother and sister, and sometimes he would even visit them in their home. But don't think Demeter was just some pushover, though. When she was crossed, she was capable of causing widespread famine. In fact, the only reason why there are seasons is because Demeter was so pissed at her daughter, Persephone, being taken from her, that she made a deal with Zeus that half the year her daughter would live with her in the mortal realm, where everything is super lush and prosperous. But then the other half of the year, Persephone would have to return to the underworld, and that's why we have winter. Number 4, Nemesis. Nemesis was the goddess of divine retribution. She was usually depicted as a winged woman holding a flower, which symbolized her ability to both give rewards and punishments. She was often called upon to punish those who were arrogant or prideful. But even gods weren't safe from her wrath. Once Apollo got cocky and decided to challenge the humans to a music contest. And when a human girl named Daphne beat him, he was so pissed off that he made her into a laurel tree. And then Nemesis was like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. And then she turned Apollo's lyre into a frog. Then he turned into a frog too, and they had to stay like that until King Midas unfroze them. Number 3, Athena. Athena was the goddess of wisdom, courage, inspiration, civilization, law, and justice. She was also the patron of heroes like Odysseus and Perseus. She was known for her strategic mind and her ability to come up with clever solutions to difficult problems. She was also a fierce warrior who rode a chariot pulled by snakes. Her main temple was the Parthenon, which was considered one of the ancient world's 7 wonders. It's impressive how they managed to build these things without any modern technology. Athena was also credited with inventing many things like the bridle, the big, and the plow. And she was also responsible for the creation of the olive tree. That's right. Athena basically invented farming. And she did this during a contest against Poseidon to see who would become the patron deity of the city of Athens. Poseidon turned water into wine, and Athena turned an olive tree. And the people of Athens chose Athena's gift because they knew it would be more useful in the long run. Okay, before we move on to number 2, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps my channel, and it's totally free. Now on to number 2. Number 2, Hera. Hera was the goddess of women, family, and marriage. She was also the queen of the gods and wife of Zeus. As the head of the pantheon, Hera had the power to control the other gods to a certain extent, and she often used this power to get revenge on those who had wronged her. For example, she was super jealous of Zeus's many lovers, and she would often punish their children. In fact, she was so vindictive that she was even responsible for the Trojan War. Hera was also associated with the peacock, which was said to be the most beautiful bird in all of Greece. It was also believed that peacocks could speak, which is why they were often kept as pets. But if you wanted a pet peacock, you had to be careful because they were also known for being super poisonous. Number 1, Hecate. Now you might be thinking, wait, who's that? Don't worry, you've definitely heard of her even if you don't know her name. And you'll definitely recognize her image because she's the one who's always depicted as the 3-headed goddess with a torch or a staff. Well, that's because Hecate was the goddess of witchcraft, magic, and the moon. She was also associated with ghosts and the dead. Because of her connection to the underworld, she was seen as a powerful and mysterious figure, and she was often called upon to help with spells and curses. She was also said to be able to travel between the realms of the living and the dead, which made her a very sought-after guide for those who needed to communicate with the spirits. Basically, if you needed something done, you went to Hecate. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed learning about the 5 most powerful goddesses in Greek mythology. If you want to know more about Greek mythology, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, bye.